welcome to GGS Throwaways. My name is Greg. This is my YouTube channel. All right, tonight we're going to take a closer look at some of the things that we unboxed last night. Now, last night kind of left me with a feeling of unfinished business because you know, we just got the things unboxed. We didn't demonstrate them. We didn't show them running around the track, and unfinished business. So all right, so tonight we're gonna run the things that we unboxed last night, and we're gonna show them close up. And yeah, I think you'll be well pleased. I've been well pleased so far because I got to play with the stuff already. But anyway, all right, so let's talk about what we got. So all right, so we had one oddball in the lot, and if you watched last night's video, you know, and if not, I'm fixing to tell you. So we got a lot of train cars, and most of them were Lionel, but there was one stray pre-war American Flyer boxcar in there, and this is him right here, and you can see, he's pretty warm, but he's just super cool, super nice, mostly complete. He is missing a piece right here. There would have been like a brake wheel up here, I believe. But anyway, so I erroneously thought that the pre-war American Flyer set that I had would be the same as this, but upon further inspection, you may notice, and let's see if I can get this boxcar off of here without causing a lot of problems. So all right, there's one, there's maybe two. All right, so you'll notice that well, they're not exactly the same, are they? So all right, so what I know about this is that this is the 400 series cars, and I believe that these came later than this, and I think that this did not or would not have come with this exact set. First off, because they don't match in size, and secondly, because I went on eBay and I did find this particular car. By the way, if you like this car, you can find plenty on eBay, very, very affordable. Apparently this must not be a terribly desirable car, or maybe it's just a fluke. But anyway, what I was going to say was I found one set that included this, and it looked like it would have been the original set, and I noticed that the wheels were rotted off the tender. Now this guy is nice and solid, so I'm thinking that probably this is an earlier iteration, just because the wheels and the stuff on the other one were so far gone, and this one's so good. So all right, so this does have the same type of American Flyer coupler, so we can at least make it run. And it's gonna look fine, it's gonna be good. So all right, very cool. So all right, yes, it's got the same couplers, it's gonna hook right up. So later iterations of American Flyer, these were plastic or some sort of composite. We have some of those in there, and ours don't work very well, and I've never quite figured out why. Now these are metal or lead or something metal and semi-heavy, and it does help if you don't try to put it together on a curve, but I think we can probably do it. So all right, I think that's together. If it's not, it'll let us know. So all right, so who wants to see the new to us pre-war car go around the track? Now you've seen all these other guys before, and maybe I'll put the link to that video down here. Now I always say that, and sometimes I forget, and I don't do that on purpose. My days tend to be a little full, and yeah, anyway, so all right, so let's see, let's just go on the track because he looks a little funky. Yeah, he's on the track. All right, so let's see, let's reverse. All right, well, now there we go. Very cool. So this American Flyer locomotive and the cars, I believe this was an uncatalogued set. I think that's the way that I've seen it listed on eBay several times. I've never known exactly what the locomotive number is on this, and it may not have one. All right, very cool. So from what I could tell, the styling of the locomotive would have been almost identical for this larger car, but I do believe the locomotive was larger. Like I said, the wheels on the tender were built a little bit differently. Of course, I can't see it in person, but I can only imagine that probably the locomotive in all the cars would have been larger. But this looks pretty cool. This is really awesome. Nothing to be ashamed of at all. Now I'm gonna have to find now I'm gonna have to find some of the larger cars to go along with this. It's funny how you find things and you don't know things. Then when you find out things, well, you're like, oh, well, now I have to fix that. I have to complete a set or whatever. Anyway, very cool. So all right, let's get to the next thing that we got, and that'll go pretty quickly because what I'm going to do is there's a couple of powered items in the box that we did last night, and I'm going to show you what those are. And it turns out they work pretty well. And we're just going to pull the cars that we got in that lot with the powered unit. You'll see what I mean here in a minute. All right, let's get this off the track. Let's get the other on the track, and we'll go from there. Let's do it. All right, guys. So one of the unexpected things we got in the lot that we unboxed last night was this Lionel 50 gang car, and this is a bump type car where, you know, when it runs into a bumper this way, it will go forwards or reverse, and then, you know, bumps the other way, it goes the other way. Very cool. And anyway, so this guy here, he kind of, I don't know if you could see it, he rotates when the direction changes. Now there's supposed to be two more crew members here, but we don't have those. We may see if we can get them. But anyway, this guy works quite well. Let's go ahead and get this zoomed in. We'll demonstrate a little bit, and then we'll move on to the next thing. All right, so let's demonstrate this guy. So once again, when he bumps into something, he's going to go the other direction, and what he's going to bump into tonight, because we don't have any bumpers on this track, is my finger, and it won't hurt. I promise it won't. So all right, let's see this guy go. All right, cool. Now because it's my finger, maybe we'll make it go slow. All right, I'll just put my finger here. That's how it works. Very cool. So this guy works a lot better than the trolley that we that we got. I mean, the trolley works fine now, but you know, when we first got him, he needed just an awful lot of repairs and love. And this guy, just right out of the box, or right out of my, well, yeah, right out of the box, right out of the secondhand box, worked great. I did say last night that the one of the directions wasn't working, but the issue was, Greg, the issue was that one of the bumpers was loose in the box, and I put it in the wrong peg, the wrong hole. So all right, but yeah, that's very cool. So all right, so who's ready to see what else we got in the box? Or I guess you've already seen what was in the box, but who wants to see it go around the track? Because I know I sure do. All right, let's get to it. Let's do it. All right, so this is the remainder of the things that we got in the train lot yesterday, with the exception of the yellow chassis system caboose on the back there. Now, if you watched my channel before, you know that I think that all trains need a caboose. I know that's kind of an old school thing, but you know, my trains usually have a caboose, and I'm really loving that chassis system caboose, so you'll probably see it a lot. So all right, so let's talk about what we got actually in the box yesterday though. So we got this tie ejector, Lionel. This is actually a powered unit, and we'll talk about what that actually does here in just a second, but let's just go ahead and, you know, talk about the other cars behind it first. So all right, then we got the Cracker Jack car, which is the reason I bought the entire lot. That was what caught my eye. That's what made me pull the trigger. I don't know if if I just placed this bid and I won and nobody else bid, or you know, I don't know. It's, it's kind of a mystery. I think sometimes, as I described last night, I'll, you know, be insomniac, or, you know, having some insomnia, and I'll just get on eBay, and what happens happens. So all right, then behind him we have this New Haven orange boxcar. Now last night I called it a New Hampshire car. I was so excited last night, guys. I cannot tell you how excited I get when I start talking about these trains and start playing with these trains. It's like, I mean, I'm 8 years old again. It's just crazy. So all right, then behind that we got a Lionel refrigerator car. Now, thank you to whomever commented that said that they made the milk car in two different versions, a functioning and a non-functioning. This would be the non-functioning version of it, I suppose. Also last night I alluded that it had not cleaned up very well. This morning we cleaned on it a little bit more, and it's very nice now. It's, you know, nice enough for me anyway. So all right, let's talk again or some more about this tie ejector car. So all right, I'm going to I'm going to move this camera over here so we can kind of see, and I'm going to try to demonstrate what it does. Now how successful it will be, I don't know, and I'll tell you what we did just tonight to demonstrate this guy. All right, so I'll be right back. All right, as you may can see, this tie ejector car has a mechanism that moves in and out, and what you're supposed to do is there's actually these wooden railroad ties that you're supposed to load in the little hopper portion of this, and it spits out those little those little wooden ties every so often. And yeah, so I don't have any of those wooden ties. I have ordered some. I did that tonight. Sorry, it's also got, and apparently there must have been some sort of telltale on the track. stop to where it doesn't spit them out, but it does still go around the track. So all right, very cool. So all right, let's talk about these other cars that we got on here. Maybe I'll move the camera a little bit. Let's do that. All right, guys, the Tijector car, the Cracker Jack car, the New Haven, the non-operational milk car, and of course the chassis system caboose on the bottom, which did not come with a lot, but yes, once again, I do think that all trains need a caboose. So what do you think, guys? Pretty cool. So just as a reminder, we paid $35 for the lot of everything that you've seen tonight, and I think that was just a fluke. Honestly, I think that just had to have been a fluke. All right, so let's get this zoomed out. Maybe we'll run around a little bit more, and then we're probably going to call this about it. You know, like I said, last night just seemed like it was kind of, you know, not really a complete video just yet. So, all right, let's see here. So, in my defense, it'd be hard to fit more in a day than we fit into a day. So, you know, we do the videos and then we do the editing, and then pretty much we go to bed. So, yeah. All right, guys. That's about it, I think. So freaking cool. So, all right, I'm looking forward to getting those wooden ties so we see what this guy does. Now, we don't have the telltales for the tractor turn on and off the Tijector. I'm not sure exactly what scenario that would work or not work on. We may have to do a little bit of research or look at a few videos or something. Now, what I forgot to say is this Tijector probably would not normally have like a freight set behind it. Usually it would have like a work caboose, and yeah, that's the way I've seen them run before. But you know what? We like shenanigans. We like to do it our way, don't we? All right, guys. I think this is all for tonight. Until next time, GGS Railways out. So cool.